already. Oh man, it spilled. Such a small gas tank in this big bike. You know, I watched the video from Yami Noob, and he was talking about the Zero motorcycles, how it's such a con job. And the reason is because you basically buy a $20-something thousand motorcycle, and then if you wanted to install like heated grips, for example, you would have to unlock it. It's like you have to download the app for Zero and then unlock the heated grips. So all of that stuff is already built in, but they make you buy that stuff even though it's on the bike. And get this, how do you install heated grips on a Zero that's not from Zero? I'm not exactly sure, because I think the process seems a little bit more complex. But Yami Noob did a very good research video on this, and it makes me hate Zero. Look, I know that a lot of motorcyclists, they already hate on Zero, but I think for me, the fact that they're doing similar things that Apple has been doing makes me want to buy old bikes from now on. And I think a lot of the new manufacturers are also doing this. It's almost like a subscription-based model. So when you exchange ownership of this Zero, it goes back to Zero add-ons. So you would have to rebuy those from Zero. And I don't think that's fair. But also, I just don't think it's fair that you buy a $27,000 motorcycle and then they have to unlock the this guy. They have to unlock the heated grips and more power. And get this, if you get the big battery, it's like a 15 kilowatt battery, but you can unlock it and get 17. So that's already in the battery, but they cap the capacity, they cap the power. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what, I might have to go to the left there. I'm gonna see if I can cut through here. This is Riverdale. Hey, a table. Hey, that's a nice table. Hey, a scooter. This is the BW Parkway. Why is it that I'm buying a house? Well, I don't exactly have a money stream, so I'm trying to figure out a way to make money. So I know how to fix stuff, so I figure if I can buy a house, Jesus freaking Christ, if I can buy a house, I can fix it, I can make money. And I'm not even interested in making a lot of money. I'm just interested in making some sort of wage without having a boss. So that's what I'm doing. This area is also kind of aggressive, but I'm in a way very desperate for money. I haven't bought a bike in a while, and I was going back and forth with this guy with a 25th anniversary VFR 800, and we can't come to an agreement on price because I looked at it. It needs the whole right side of the plastic, and that plastic is particularly expensive because it's a special edition, and it also is leaking the fork seals and it needs a new chain. I'm like, come on, give me a deal, man. I just need a few $100s off and I can get it. But the guy doesn't want to budge too much on the price, so I'm kind of passing it over, I guess I should say. This is where I want to go. Like, that CRV was just on my ass. And here we go. I believe that this is the one. So I came here, and the real estate agent completely canceled. So this is the house. But you know, I'm like, don't want to be too loud, but I've come here like 3 times. And each time, there's like these guys over there. And I think they're dealing. So I like to ride around the area and just look at people's houses. Because for me, you get a feel for the neighborhood if you just drive around. Like, what is this? Rock Prep. So that's cool. That's a business there, a little elementary school. So I kind of like that. So the houses are pretty well maintained. You would think that. Oh, and by the way, you want to make sure there's no Altimas around. Probably not. It doesn't really matter. But small houses, like, it's so weird. Like when you ride around this area, you see like small houses like this, but when you go to like Northern Virginia, there's no, sometimes you see like a house like this, but most of the time it's just like big houses next to like small houses, because people moved in and they have so much more money, and then they just go ahead and bust out those big checkbooks. There's a house for sale over there. Not a lot of houses for sale, which is interesting. These houses look very familiar. You know what? One time I came to look at houses here. These houses are very distinct. And these houses were selling for like $100,000 5 years ago. You know, around these parts, they're also very close to some of the worst areas in the DC area. But see, that's a good sign right there, a Honda Element. That's a good sign. So here's a few more for sale houses. And what is this here? It's like a gate. What is this? What is that? It's like boarded off. For me, the worst neighbor is like the neighbor that just every time you come home he wants to chat and he never leaves you alone. You know, like when I come home, I want to be left alone. I don't want to be like chit-chatting all the time. Hey, how's life? All right, Bob. You know, I don't want that. My idea of living in a neighborhood and having a good neighbor is like somebody that doesn't get in your way, doesn't call the county if you're building something. You know, I hate those people. Light is not triggering for me. Apparently Squirrely's got a friend that might be interested in buying my Silver Wing. This area is very busy, full of traffic. The area that I live in, it's got the Potomac, so there's like a limited amount of people that would go through there. But here, there's really no water, so it's like just a bunch of roads and aggressive drivers like this Dodge Charger. But the speed limit is rather low, but people drive extremely aggressive. I like this particular area just a little bit more. Where I went to look at the houses, too busy, too poor, too much crime. Here, it's just a little bit more, I guess, peaceful. And you're on top of the hill, so none of that water drops down to you. I'm convinced that 3D printers only print keychains. Come on, look at this guy. Oh, never mind. Let's see if I make this light. No! Ah, bastard. Come on. Come on, Jeep. Jesus freaking Christ, these people. Oh, that was a cop behind me. Well, that's the ride for today. Tomorrow I'm going to go back to that house and look at it. So, hopefully, I'll have another video for you guys looking at an old crappy house. I've been to a lot of these old houses because I couldn't afford a lot of house, so I'm used to it. I'm used to mold. I'm used to like things breaking off. It'll be an adventure, so I'll show you the house tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, that's a scooter. What kind of scooter is that? Oh, I never thought I'd see another scooter here. I wonder what kind of scooter that is.